you doing?
Y'all are perfect for each other. Y'all are perfect for each other. When's the wedding? When's the wedding?
Fuck your shit up. What'd you do? Oh, that's what he does. Oh, shit. Hey, she looked better, though. She looked better, though.
What is going on? Okay, spiritual superstars. So much in this short video. First of all, what do you hear? F his stuff up. When's the wedding? Y'all are perfect for each other. Get him, girl. She look better, though. Oh my gosh. So, spiritual superstars, here's the spiritual guidance on this one. Know your self-worth. We got to have a connection with God, period. And we got to do better teaching the next generation. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They have been failed. Not just by the generation before, which looks like my generation, but society as a whole. And they're failing themselves. How about that? Because when you get to be a certain age, you take accountability and you start to learn how to self-regulate. But, ladies, you have to know when you're in a scrimmage versus the championship game, and you have to know that you are the trophy. Okay? And I don't think you're being taught that. That's certainly what we teach in our relationship coaching. Self-respect. How do you get there if you don't know your own standards, your values? If you don't know what your relationship requirements are, how can you convey them to the person that you're dating or the prospective date? Because dating is a qualifier and a disqualifier. And did you know that infidelity is not even a thing unless you are legally married? So even when you are in a relationship that has been going on for a matter of months or years, you're still not legally married. So even if that person steps out on you, it's not cheating. And so why not go into dating knowing your boundaries, knowing what your deal breakers are, knowing what your relationship requirements are, knowing what your standards are, knowing what your values are for yourself, the relationship, if you have children, for your family, because your family is your children, right? Before you even get with another person, right? And so what are all these things? And so you have to know them in order to address them. And you have to know them in order to know that they're being violated. Right? And so you could have that conversation or not. But definitely not going this route. And so when you look at all of the toxic energy that's around them in that situation. Mistakes happen. I'm not saying that he made a mistake and decided to take another girl out on a date or, you know, and I'm not saying that they were even in a committed relationship. Were they even in a relationship? That's the other thing. That's the other thing. Ladies, just because you are dating does not mean you are in a relationship. Okay? Just because he's complimenting you does not mean that he considers you his lady. Just because you have slept together does not mean you are in a relationship. Does not mean that he is your boyfriend. Does not mean that he is your man. So keep those pants up. Keep the panties up. Okay? Keep him out of your panties, period. I don't think I could say it any more clear than that. If he has not said verbally that you are his lady, that you two are in an exclusive, meaning it's a monogamous relationship that is not just sexually monogamous, then you're not in one. So don't get in an imaginary relationship. Don't assume anything, and get out of your feelings, out of your emotions, because emotions lead to getting hurt if you're not the master of your emotions. You've got to be the master of your own vessel, right? And your vessel is your human. Your human is fear-based energy. So if you're not mastering yourself, in other words, self-regulation, then you're letting situations pull you and you make decisions like this. Gentlemen, the SAG, I'm putting it out there. The SAG, from what I was told, and I was told this from old G's. If you don't know what that term is, look it up. Old G's from New York who told me the SAG came from prison, where prisoners were parading around saying that they are available, and that if other male prisoners wanted to get some of that, they could. That's where the SAG came from. And then celebrities took it upon themselves to try to make it into a trend, bad trend to make, bad trend to do, off an original get some from man to man in prison. You gotta look that up. Check it out. But keying someone else's car, violating their property, and let's talk about the insurance deductible. Because I know that you can have a $500 deductible, meaning you pay $500 in order for the insurance company to pay you for the claim, you know? So there's a $1,000 deductible. I don't even know if it goes higher than that. But let's say they have a $1,000 or higher deductible. And so if they put an insurance claim on the car to get fixed, paint job, all of it, depending on how deep those keys have, if they've gone into the body of the car, what they can do and how much that's going to cost to be repaired, is that even going to be feasible? Is your money right? Where are your priorities? Is your money right to the point of not even worrying about anything like that? But why be concerned about something like that? And so my whole thing on this is, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to do better in teaching the next generation. And then you've got to be self-accountable. You've got to self-regulate. Ladies, take a step back and focus on what your requirements are in relationship. What are your values in life? What is your self-worth? What are your standards in relationship? Not just love relationship, not just romantic, but what is it in life? Because once you know that, then you can apply it in your life, and that will be seen by somebody else who wants to engage you, or you want to engage in a romantic relationship, in a friendship. What are your healthy boundaries in just a platonic relationship? Friendship with your best friend. What are your healthy boundaries in your neighbor relationship, in a spiritual relationship with a church member? What are your boundaries with classmates? What are your boundaries with professor and you? What are your relationship requirements, period? So okay, let me finish my coffee. Ooh, goodness. Spiritual superstars, what say you? Comment down below. Let's have this conversation.